The Cyobinum unit, heat and temperature, is taught at grade 3 and 4. We want children to observe the effect of heat on a range of materials. In this activity, we're going to observe the expansion of metal. The apparatus is simple. We have a knitting needle fixed at one end, and at the other end it is sitting freely on a sewing needle. The sewing needle has a drinking straw connected to it to enable us to observe the expansion, like a dial. As the knitting needle is heated, it begins to expand. It can only move on the right hand side, so it rolls over the sewing needle, which sits atop the bottle, causing the straw to move as the needle expands. Let's add some heat and see what happens. So our candle is now beginning to heat the needle, and already we can see the straw at the bottom starting to move to the left. Now this movement is exaggerated because of the length of the straw. We wouldn't be able to normally see the actual expansion of the knitting needle, but as we can see, it's continuing to move, albeit slowly, as it takes in more and more heat from the flame of the candle. So let's turn off the heat and now consider what's happened. The knitting needle has actually got longer as a result of being heated. So what we'll do now, we'll take away the heat and let's observe what happens. We can slowly see the needle starting to move back to the right. So that means that the needle is beginning to contract back to the size in which it was. As it's contracting, it's rolling over the needle and the straw starts to rotate to the right. A good question might be, will it contract at the same rate in which it expanded? Have a think about it. So we can see now that the contraction is taking much longer than the expansion. And the reason for that is that we're taking away the heat at a much slower rate than which we added it. If we cooled the air around the knitting needle, it would contract at a faster rate, just like we were heating the air around the knitting needle. So that has almost gone back to its original position. As we can see there by the straw, it's almost perfectly perpendicular. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the video.